As usually, Chase is the first pup to be up in the early mornings. He starts off with waking the other pups up. After Chase yawned for a quick second, he looked at the clock at his pup house and noticed that it was already 5:58 a.m. To say at least, even though he never admitted it, he didn't really like waking up early in the morning. He loved sleeping in, but duty calls. But today was most of a special day to him, and he immediately got excited. Chase lifted his door as he stretched out and looked around. It was still a little dark outside, but the sky was dark blue with gray clouds and the spread of orange and a little bit of pink of the sky shining from the sun. The sun was slowly rising over this dark sky. Chase sighed as he walked back in and placed on his pup pack. Off? Megaphone! Chase called out and his megaphone popped out of his pack above his head. Chase sighed and cleared his throat.
Good morning, pups. Time to wake up.
Chase yelled out through the megaphone and added a sentence when through everyone's pup house. 10 seconds had passed, and Chase heard the door to the pup house near him slide open up, followed with a grunt. Ugh! Someday I'll destroy that megaphone. A trucker at the Labradoodle Zuma growled as he was rubbing his eyes, absolutely super tired. The door next to him opened up, revealing a mixed breed, with his eyes closed and yawned. Get in line, Zuma, Walkie said. The door next to Walkie opened, revealing a bulldog yawning. Jeez, before I eat breakfast? I like a better morning call than this, Wobble complained. Then another door opened, revealing a Dalmatian. Good morning, everyone, Montrell yawned out of everyone. Montrell was the only one who didn't mind Chase's wake-up calls. Joey didn't like them as much, but Montrell understood why, and to be honest, Montrell gets a lot of sleep during the night. But most of all, Montrell sees Chase as a brother than anything. Everyone woke up and Chase noticed someone missing. He turned to see the last pup house door wasn't open. While the other pups went inside to look at for breakfast, Chase went over to Sky's pup house. She's the beautiful cockapoo that Chase had always had a crush on, ever since he landed his eyes on her. Chase couldn't believe there was a pup that beautiful, and not only look, but everything about her was amazing. She's fun, adorable, kind, caring, and loving. Chase had always wondered what an amazing pup like Sky was doing in a cold world like this one. Chase made his way over to the pup house and knocked on the door with his paw, but nobody answered. That made Chase confused as he knocked once more. Sky, it's me, Chase. It's time to get up, Chase said in the most soothing voice, while his spawn have a loud voice yelling at you to wake up. Chase tried his best to make his voice sound soothing and calm, like you'd fall asleep to it. He then heard some grunting as the door slowly lifted up to let Chase see Sky, who looked tired and her top hair tuft was messy. But honestly, even when she was super tired and looked like she didn't sleep at all, she managed to look beautiful. Sky rubbed her eyes and looked up to see Chase looking at her. Chase, what time is it? Sky asked as she checked the clock every single day. It felt like she was getting up earlier and earlier. It's about 6. Well, I'll wait out here for you, but you might want to hurry. Wobble is going to chow down the buffet inside if we wait out here too long. Chase joked, and Sky responded with a tired chuckle. She closed the door and prepared herself for the day. While Chase waited outside, he was still thinking about everything amazing about Sky that he didn't notice her walking out of her pup house. He began walking towards the entrance of the lookout. Sky noticed that Chase wasn't walking with her, and she turned around and noticed that Chase was just standing by her pup house, looking down the rocky road, deep in thought. Chase? Sky called out, and Chase snapped out of it and realized that he zoned out. He blushed as he felt like an idiot for embarrassing himself in front of his crush. Oh, sorry about that, Sky. Chase apologized and went up, catching up to walking next to her, causing Sky to laugh but then yawned, which made Chase chuckle at her being adorable, but Sky was annoyed by it. What's so funny? Sky asked, and Chase immediately stopped laughing at himself. It's nothing. Chase started, but Sky sighed. She also never really enjoyed Chase's wake-up calls. She was just annoyed as the other pups were. But of course, he tried to be nice to Chase because he was one of his closest friends. Whatever, let's just go. Sky wanted to walk ahead, leaving Chase behind, who felt like an idiot. Why? Why did I laugh? Chase merely yelled at himself as he sighed and followed behind Sky. Every time Chase was around his crush, he would make himself like an idiot every time. Chase was the last to walk in and saw that Wido has placed breakfast for everyone, and they began eating. Chase walked on and began eating his bowl next to Sky and next to every other pup. Wubble, being the way that he is, finished his breakfast first. Soon everyone finished, and they looked out to see the sun rising. Silence. That was weird. It wasn't usually this quiet after breakfast, so Chase turned to the pups with a grin on his face. So, what are you guys gonna do today? Chase asked, and there was no response. And Chase opened his eyes to see all the pups look really tired, with the looks on their face. Look really tired with the looks on their faces. Sleep! All the pups said at the same time, making Chase chuckle nervously. After finishing breakfast, the pups stacked their bowls on top of each other, and each pup walking outside, Chase being last. While the pups were eating, Chase looked around with a large, hopeful smile on his face, hoping that they would say something about today. But unfortunately, nobody did, which made him frown a little bit. He then heard a yawn behind him. He looked back and smiled to see his owner/leader, Wido, walking up to him in his pajamas. Morning, Chase, Wido greeted while rubbing his eyes. Hopefully he will remember. Chase thought with a hopeful smile and spoke up. Morning, Wido. Are you tired? Chase asked. Yeah, but I'm up anyways, Wido said as he stretched out his arms and walked towards another door. I'll go change and see what we'll do for the day, Wido said as he closed the door behind him. Chase frowned once again and looked back at the pups. Did they really forget? Even though some time has passed, it was still a bit dark outside, making the inside of the lookout darker with Chase all alone. No pups, no Wido, Chase himself all alone. Chase sighed, but then heard a couple of yawns and grunts outside. Chase sighed once again and walked outside, looking around to see the other pups yawning and rubbing their eyes. Chase was a little worried, but then began walking up to them, suddenly remembering that he needs to put on a smile to cheer them up. Hey guys, Chase greeted them with a smile. The pups looked over and glanced at Chase. Even though they were really tired, Chase could tell they were really annoyed. Oh, hey, Montreal said in an entitled tone. You guys look tired, Chase said, trying to start up a conversation. He knew how the pups are right now, And of course, Chase wanna try and cheer them up, so they don't be grumpy for the whole day. No way, really, dude. Don't even notice, Zuma said sarcastically, making Chase laugh nervously. Well, why don't we do something fun? Chase suggests, not trying to make the others angry. Like what? Walkie asked. Everyone turned to Chase as he was giving out the suggestion. Well, Chase thought for a little bit, but then an idea come to mind. Oh, why don't we play a game or go for a walk? Moving around helps you guys stay awake, Chase suggests with having a cheerful grin on his face. But we're all too tired to move, Wubble whined as he was lying on the floor. Chase's hopes then fell down. Do you guys stay up late last night or something? You guys aren't usually this tired. Chase pointed out, and it was the truth. Usually they will be tired, but they will wake up really fast. But this time, they were mega tired. Ugh, we're always tired, Sky pointed out, which made Chase wince a little bit, but he didn't show it. I know that, but I'm just saying that you're more tired than usual, Chase said, trying to rephrase his sentence. I don't know, bro. I think all of us just woke up on the one side of the bed, Mantra said, trying his best to sound positive and nice, even though he was just as tired as everyone else. Chase is still his brother, and again, it didn't bother him that much. Well, I don't want you guys to be upset the whole day, so let's play a game then, Chase suggests once again. The pups looked at each other before smiled and all cheered in agreement. Wido has changed his usual clothes and prepared himself for the day. After he finished eating his own breakfast, he went to the top of the lookout where he usually called the pups and decided to check up on how Adventure Bay is doing. So far, no calls or any trouble, but the day was just starting. Is this playing the waiting game? Wido decided that until a call comes in, he was going to work on fixing Sky's helicopter. Her helicopter been facing some engine issues, and Wido promised to look and fix it today. So with that, Wido went down and walked outside the doors to see the pups playing soccer. Hey pups, Wido greeted. Morning, Wido. All the pups greeted back with smiles on their faces. Everyone went up to the 10-year-old boy and tackled him down to the ground while giving him licks to the face, making him laugh. And then the pups got off and let him stand up. It's great to see you too. Anyways, Sky, Wido began getting Sky's attention. I'm gonna be taking a look at your copter. You ready? Wido asked. Oh, yes. Sky cheered as she did 3 backflips for yeses. All right, let's get to work. You pups can keep playing, Wido said as he and Sky both left, leaving the other boys there to play. Okay, well, Sky is out. Now we have the odd number of us. One of us is going to have to sit this one out, Mantra pointed out. He was right. Now it's only Chase, Walkie, Mantra, Wubble, and Zuma. They didn't want to give one team an advantage on another. And after a couple of seconds of thinking, Wubble decided to speak up. I nominated Chase, Wubble said, raising his paw. Wait, what? Chase said, even Mantra seemed a little surprised by Wubble's answer. Whatever, I'll go with Chase, Zuma asked. Wait, why me, Zuma? Chase asked in shock. Well, take it as payback for waking us up with a megaphone, Zuma said. But I always wake you guys up with a megaphone, Chase depinned. Meh, well, I don't really know. I guess I'll go with Chase too, Walkie suggests also. Seriously, Walkie? Chase asks. Sorry, Chase, but even you and Montreal vote someone different, it'll probably have no effect on the two votes on the same pup. So I have no other choice, Rocky explained. Chase then turned to Montreal, who had a worried look in his face. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Chase thought to himself. Look, guys, maybe we're being a little too harsh. Montreal tried to reason, but then Chase stopped him. No, it's okay, bro. I'll set this one out. It's not like it's anything new, Chase said, whispering the last part to himself, making sure no one heard it. But Montreal did. He kept his head down as he walked past him and sat by a tree, facing the yard. Chase, Montreal thought, now beginning to feel guilty. But he couldn't change their minds now, so Montreal decided to focus on the game. All right, we have equal players now. Let's start this, Bubble said as he kicked the ball, with Chase sitting there once again, alone. Looking to the left, he saw the pups having fun without him. Sky was fixing her copter without him. He wasn't needed or wanted by the pups. What should he do? Wido is gone, and so far there haven't been any calls. I guess I'll go for a walk, Chase said to himself as he went to his pup tag to Wido. His pup tag rang for a couple of seconds before Wido answered.
Hey Chase, what's up?
Wido said through the pup tag. Hey Wido, may if I go for a walk around Adventure Bay? Chase asked. Sure, is everything okay? What about Sky's copter? Wido asked and Chase winced a little bit. Well, that didn't really work out. Chase sighed. Even though Wido wasn't there, he could tell something happened while he was at the gear shop. Sure, Chase, no problem. I'll see you soon, Wido said. Okay, thanks. Bye, Chase said, and the call ended. And with that, Chase walked down the road from the lookout into the bridge. He looked to the left and looked at the ocean, the mountains in the distance, and the right was Adventure Bay, and Chase kept on walking. During his walk, he was passing by Mr. Porter's restaurant, and his nose picked up the scent. What's that? Chase thought to himself, but the smell was nice, which made Chase excited because it meant that Mr. Porter was cooking up some food. So Chase walked in the store and saw Mr. Porter cooking up some food. Hey, Mr. Porter, Chase greeted with a cheerful smile, and Mr. Porter turned and smiled on the side of the German Shepherd police pup. Oh, hello, Chase. Is it just you today? He asked, noticing that he was all by himself. Huh? Oh, yeah, it's just me. I was going for a walk and I smelled something cooking up in here, Chase said, and Mr. Porter laughed. Your nose never fails, does it? He asked. Nope, Chase said with a cheerful smile, and look at the grill that was outside. steam coming from it. So what are you making? Chase asked as he looked up at the chef. Oh, I'm trying a new recipe for the Flaming Fleet, Mr. Porter answered, and just hearing made Chase's mouth water already. Ah, can't wait, Chase said and looked around and noticed it was awfully silent. There were a couple of people inside the cafe, but it would usually be louder and quickly. Chase got worried. Hey, where's Alex? Chase asked, and Mr. Porter answered him. Oh, he's playing with friends right now at the playground. Chase looked down at the ground in shock. Alex has friends? Chase whispered to himself. Yeah, it surprised me too, Mr. Porter said as he dried his hands off with the towel. Aren't you worried for the kids? He wasn't. Chase asked. He wasn't worried about Alex, but the kids playing with Alex. Nope. Honestly, I'm just glad he isn't here right now. That kid is a serious troublemaker. And when Mr. Porter mentioned that, Chase had a flashback. Quick, find him! The Vector is going to explode! Chase yelled in a panic. We're all gonna die! Montrose panicked as he was running around the nuclear plant room. Sky and Walkie and the others were hiding or crying their eyes out. And that was just a game of hide and seek. We didn't even have life insurance. Ugh. Chase shivered. Even to this day, he was surprised he was still alive. He won't ever forget the time he had to play chicken cross the road on the actual highway, and the time but he remembered that Alex wanted to play Twister, but not the board game. Alex was scheduled himself, and Chase played on the next day. But when the day came, the Paw Patrol got a call about some little kid running towards the tornado alley, the place where tornadoes would mostly likely happen. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go now. Later, Chase said, and walked out of the door and looked around and noticed that there were more people walking around now. It was still morning, but the sun was shining bright on the day. Chase wondered where he should go next, but then look ahead of himself and saw the park decided to stroll there. Walking through the park wasn't interesting at all, except people were just sitting out there. Trees, walks, bushes, and nothing else. Then Chase ended up in the docks when he saw Captain Turbot releasing ropes of a ship. Hey, Captain Turbot! Chase called out. When he looked at Chase, he saw another person behind him, an older woman, which caught Chase off guard. Oh, and Tilly? Chase finished, and both smiled at him. Oh, greetings, Chase. What brings you here? Captain Turbot asked. Nothing really. I was just walking along when I saw you here, Chase explained. Ah, well, isn't that nice? Well, dear, we're actually heading out to Foggy Bottom, Tilly explained, and Chase seemed a bit confused. What? What for? Chase asked. While they were going over to Foggy Bottom where Mayor Humdinger, who is kind of the enemy, was living. Well, Mayor Humdinger asked us to bring a batch of fish over to his place, Captain Turbot explained. Huh. Why do we want a whole bunch of fish? Chase questioned, and Captain Turbot just shrugged. What do you do with a bunch of fish? Mayor Humdinger isn't usually the one to ask some people like this, unless he was scheming something which Chase thought about. You want to come with us? Tilly asked. I would, but I have to stay because I might get a call over if an emergency happens. Chase said, and both adults nodded, understanding his reason, and they all said goodbye to each other, and Chase watched the boat float towards Foggy Bottom. Chase sighed once again and walked back, going in with his alone walk. Chase walked past City Hall, but Mount Goodway was nowhere in sight. So she was probably inside doing work. They didn't remember Eva? His voice began breaking a little bit. Chase decided he was going to head back to the lookout. But when he turned around on the opposite side of the road, he saw a familiar husky pup walking along the sidewalk at the park. And so Chase called out to her. Everest? Okay, so for this next chapter, it's gonna be a confusing one. So this next chapter, chapter 3, which I will publish soon, is gonna be about Chase and Sky, and you'll find out soon. And this is before even when Chase went on his walk, and before he talked with Everest at the end of chapter 2 that you just watched / listen. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the chapter. I hope you enjoy the video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And make sure you ring the bell to get notified when I post a new video. And I will see you soon.